we're going to get the TikTok view now. This is Akshara Sharma.
Got too enthusiastic there to get on stage. My name is Akshara, and I'm a brand strategist at TikTok. And in the next 15 minutes, hopefully, I'd love to explore the evolving definition of entertainment today, the role that TikTok plays in it, and why we think that it all starts on TikTok. Now, obviously, we know that the definition of what we consider entertainment today is expanding. The type of entertainment that we consume is changing. It's becoming more diverse and more collaborative than ever before. From one to many, it's shifted to many to many. From being professionally generated, it's now user generated. From having defined genres, there are now ever-evolving genres. And the result of that really is that more and more people are resonating with the content that's being made because it's speaking to all sides of themselves. 71% of users agree that TikTok is the place where people can find communities that suit all sides of their personality. Now also, because entertainment is consumed in shorter bursts throughout the day and it's watchable everywhere, it's redefined prime time. But also in the way that people are connecting has changed because there's no gatekeeping around who gets to be a trend maker. Because the barrier to creation is so low that the content is made for everyone, by everyone. And this naturally creates a melting pot of diverse genres and storytelling formats. From micro communities where niche interests find their way to the mainstream, like cottagecore or spirituality talk, to things that are somewhat mundane, everyday tasks that turn into new genres of entertainment, like clean talk and finance talk. In the last Olympics, actually, there was an Olympic clean talk that happened on the platform at the same time as the games, so people are really kind of getting into it. And not to mention bigger seasonal tentpole cultural moments are also having new dimensions added to them because creators and publishers are able to share content that's sort of BTS-y, never been seen before. And what that really means is that entertainment is more interactive than ever before today. Audiences have become both spectators as well as participants. So it's not just people speaking to people, it's also communities speaking to each other simultaneously. All this to say that short-form vertical video that are sound on, leaned in, and 100% and command 100% of the share of screen, you can't second screen while you're consuming it, is something that consumers are enjoying. They want entertainment to be on tap, that caters to the mindset that they're in, that's personalized for them, and for them to be able to watch it when they want to and cater to the mindset they're in as well. Now, this is all great news, but it creates challenges as well as opportunities. For the consumer, there's never been a better time. There's more choice and more freedom than ever before in the kind of content that they want to watch. But for brands, it presents a challenge. It contributes to rising media fragmentation, and the challenge to command meaningful attention from consumers is becoming more difficult. And it also contributes to prompting new expectations from brands. And we all know this, consumers are exercising more and more control on how much advertising they let into their lives. Be it activating ad blockers, using the skip button, hitting the cross in the corner, or even paying for ad-free services. Consumers are doing the most to not see ads. And we've seen, and research is telling us, that trying harder on a brand's part isn't really helping because ad bombardment is driving mistrust, especially in younger audiences. When asked what discourages them from making a purchase, 41% of Gen Z and 31% of millennials have cited the reason as being when an ad disrupts the content I'm consuming. Now, a UK think tank Credos last year did a survey of about 2,000 people from the ages of 18 to 34. And when asked what are the drivers that will really help them create trust in advertising, they said enjoyment or entertainment is the top driver for really creating trust for them. On our platform, we see that entertainment is always fueling discovery and then subsequently action, because all the content is embedded in entertainment. It fuels the spontaneous discovery, whether that's a user seeing something on their For You feed, or even active discovery when they see something on the platform and then search for it. And that's really because creators and consumers and communities are coming together on the platform to share, seek out reviews, recommendations, and participate and create in trends in a way that's authentic and organic. And that's why we see this sort of continuous infinite loop where the consumer's in a state of always-on discovery. And we found that more than 1/3 of TikTok users have purchased something from a retailer after being inspired by their communication on the platform. So yes, it is an infinite loop, but it also offers infinite opportunities for brands to connect with users as well as drive results. It's a really nice example of that. I don't think I've been motivated to do anything quite as much in my life. And we see that our platform's role really goes in, when we're talking about driving discovery, really goes beyond driving headlines or hashtags. A 2022 study that we did with Fairing told us that TikTok makes up 15% of product discoveries across all media channels. So we know that consumers aren't really opposed to ads because we've seen that they're open to discovery as well as action on the platform. What they have is a disruption problem. They are open, even enthusiastic about ads, as long as they're entertaining. Every single comment that you see on the slide is from a brand ad on the platform. To them, ads aren't something to be tolerated or skipped. It's something to be experienced and enjoyed because they're funny, or they're educational, or they're thought-provoking, they're useful for them in some way, or even if they just feel good. Now, what that really means is that for brands, there's this massive opportunity to tap into the consumer's mindset when they're open to receiving communication like that through entertaining ads. A recent study that we did with Magna last year told us that 59% of viewers are more likely to actively watch videos sponsored by a brand when they have the option to skip versus unskippable ads. And that's really because we give users the choice to skippability on the platform. And we see them, conversely, actually actively engage. And we see ad breakthrough be more significant versus non-skippable formats on other platforms. And really, this is where we see TikTok's real value. Because attention on the platform is earned, not forced. And the proof is really in the pudding. Kantar's 2023 Media Reactions report told us that TikTok ads are the first for consumers in grabbing attention, and they're the first for marketers in delivering attention. Now, from niche to mainstream moments, we see that TikTok influences life off the platform all the time across all genres. Because it's built by everyone, because it's built for everyone, it's shaping culture, and it's commanding authentic attention. And that's truly what we mean when we say it starts on TikTok, but doesn't just stay there. Thank you.